Have you ever had a moment where you just knew something was about to happen before it did? Maybe you suddenly thought of someone you hadn't seen in years, and then they called you. Or you changed your route home for no reason, only to find out later that you avoided a terrible accident. Coincidence? Or is there something deeper happening here? Could your mind be capable of predicting the future? Science tells us that the brain is a prediction machine. Every second, it gathers tiny details, patterns, habits, unspoken clues, without us even realizing it. That's why you can sometimes sense what's coming next. Like when you hear thunder and instinctively expect rain. Or when you glance at someone's face and instantly feel their mood. But what if this predictive power goes beyond everyday guesses? What if the brain is reaching forward in time? Think about this. Have you ever had a strong gut feeling, a sudden chill, or an overwhelming sense of déjà vu, only for something significant to happen right after? Are these just quirks of the brain, or are they something more? History is full of stories of people who claim to have predicted major events. In 1966, a man in England had a nightmare about a bridge collapse. In his dream, he saw a crowd of people falling into the water. Days later, the exact bridge from his dream, across the River Severn, collapsed, killing 46 people. But here's where it gets weirder. He wasn't the only one. Dozens of others claimed they had the same vision before the tragedy. How is that possible? Was it just a collective coincidence, or something else? And then there's the case of Abraham Lincoln. Weeks before his assassination, he told his wife and friends about a disturbing dream. He saw himself lying in a coffin, surrounded by mourning people in the White House. Days later, he was shot, and the scene played out exactly as he had dreamed. Was it just a subconscious fear? Or was his mind tapping into the inevitable future? If these were just isolated cases, we could dismiss them. But they aren't. Time and time again, people report visions, dreams, and unshakable gut feelings that later prove to be eerily accurate. So what's going on? There are plenty of theories trying to explain this strange phenomenon. Some scientists say it's all about the subconscious mind. Our brains are constantly absorbing data. Weather changes, people's emotions, patterns we don't even realize we're noticing. Maybe what we call seeing the future is really just our brain piecing together clues faster than we can consciously process. But if that's true, why do so many predictions involve events no one could have possibly foreseen? Others believe precognition, seeing the future before it happens, could be real. They argue that time isn't as simple as we think. What if the future isn't something we move toward, but something that already exists, and sometimes our minds just glitch into it? Could our dreams, our instincts, even our random thoughts be fragments of a future that's already happened somewhere else? And then there's the idea that we're living in a simulation. If reality is just a highly advanced program, what if premonitions and déjà vu are just glitches? Errors in the system that reveal parts of the code ahead of time? If that's true, does that mean our future is already written? So let's ask the big question. If our minds can see the future, can we learn to control it? Can we develop this ability, sharpen it like a skill? Some believe that intuition, our inner knowing, is like a muscle. The more we trust it, the stronger it gets. Ancient cultures, mystics, and even some modern-day researchers believe meditation, mindfulness, and deep awareness can enhance our ability to sense what's coming. Could it be that we all have this power, but most of us just don't know how to use it? We still don't fully understand the mysteries of the human mind. But the fact remains, people have predicted the future, sometimes in ways that defy logic. So what does that mean? Is it just the brain processing data in ways we don't understand? Are we seeing echoes of a reality that already exists? Or is something much bigger at play? If your mind could see the future, would you want to know what's coming? And if you did, would you try to change it?